What up, everybody? Good morning. It is 10 a.m. my time. How are y'all doing? Hi, everybody. Good morning, Heavy. Thanks for coming by like you always do. Get to it. What's up, Cheeks? Finally, I see you. Um, good. Cammy Abisu. Thanks. Hi. Thanks for always coming by. You like the intro? Thank you so much. I was working on my intro since May. It took a few months to collaborate and it came out really nice. I'm very happy with the intro. I love it. I've been good, Eddie. How are you? I sound like I'm a little bit hoarse. I just got up. I should always like drink some tea, right, in the morning. But that's primarily from screaming and playing the game. All right, so you guys, I'm gonna do a Warzone patch update for that's what this short stream is gonna be. And it's just about the patch note updates so that people who don't read the patch notes, they can understand what's happening in Warzone on the patch notes. So I'm only going to point out my most favorite parts of the patch notes, but there's a lot that has happened. So here we go. As soon as I log into the game, the patch notes come up right here if you press R1. So July 14th is going to be the latest patch notes that's come out. And it looks like they have added some game modes to the playlist. We have Verdansk Plunder Trios, and they took off the Verdansk BR Buyback Solos, Verdansk Plunder Money, Blood Money Quads. But they are keeping Resurgence Quads, and if you've also noticed that there's also Resurgence Trios. So I like that. You could either play with 3 or 4, just in case, if you don't want to matchmake. um, let's go over the patch notes. So, all of that's irrelevant to me. There are red doors apparently in Verdansk. I have never seen a red door. If you know where those doors are, let me know. I'll probably have to do some research about that. But it says that the red doors will be redacted and take you to redacted. So it looks like you can find perks in the red doors. I was reading on an article that the sentry turret or something could be found there. I don't know if it's the sentry turret. Don't get me wrong. Let me not get ahead of myself. So, here we go. You can spawn across new places in Verdansk. There are new Gulag loadouts. The Sentry Gun kill streak can be found in red door control rooms. Oh, okay. So I did read that earlier. So yeah, this Sentry Gun that everyone's talking about is supposed to be super OP. We'll talk about that later. The specialist token is now slightly more common in BR. Combat bow kill streak damage has been increased and it will now down enemies who are directly hit. So the combat bow has got a buff. So if you see that, keep it, pick it up and use it. Yeah, heavy. I've never seen a red door. So I'll have to do some research on red doors and where they're located. I'm pretty sure they vary from game to game, but I'll come back to you with that. So now the dirt bike can do wheelies. You lean back to lift the dirt bike and initiate a wheelie. Lean forward to increase steering sensitivity. The dirt bike now supports leaning forward, backward in the air as well. So you can pop a wheelie on the dirt bike now. They fixed a lot of bug issues, I guess. Um, Cool. So they've They've added tabs, which is really cool. So they've added the recent squad and recent lobby. That way it's easier for you to find friends or people that you've played with recently. So that's awesome. Instead of scrolling down the intensely long list of 300 players in a lobby and then you're trying to figure out who you just played with so you can add them and play with them again. So that's pretty cool. Um, I want to go down to weapons. Let's talk about the OTS-9, which is the brand new SMG. It boosts a high damage rate, a high rate of fire and damage rate. So the OTS-9 is probably the best new SMG in Call of Duty Warzone at the moment. Mace is a melee in the season. I haven't gotten a chance to use that. If you have, then tell me about it. So I'm really disappointed with the guns, but we do have that new Sentry turret that drops. The Sentry turret is a fully automatic Sentry turret. It rotates 180 degrees in either direction and it will decimate anybody in its way. It's a really good perk if you end up picking that up on the ground. The assault rifles, the AK headshots multiplier decreased from 1.6 to 1.5, so the torso multiplier did as well. Um, the AK multipliers. So these are multipliers. I'm not seeing anything about damage. It looks like the C58 got headshot, upper and lower torso decrease multipliers, but the damage was increased by 8%. But the recoil was also increased. So the C58 looks like it got a buff. I would have to use it to be for sure. The AMAX just decreased the multipliers. And that's all I'm saying for that one. The FARA damage decreased, so the FARA got a nerf. Wow. The FARA the FARA got a nerf and the recoil was increased, so it's gonna be really bad. What do y'all think about that? The FARA got a nerf. Okay, I'm not using that. Got to change that class. So, moving on. The FFAR, no one uses it. The assault rifle golf. Okay, the growl got a buff. That's the new AR to use, the growl. It got a substantial buff. Damage increased from 22 to 24. And if you remember, the growl is a gun that I use. That's like my go-to gun if whatever's working for me isn't working. I always choose the growl in Warzone Rebirth. And it was already a really, really, really good gun. Hi, good morning. Good morning. I'm doing a patch note stream. Bless you. I'm doing a patch note stream, so I'm gonna just finish. Just give me 1 second and mute your mic. Okay. You don't have to mute your mic, but I'm talking about the patch notes if you want to chime in and tell me what you've read or what you found using the new guns. So I was just talking about how the growl got a buff and it increased 2 points in damage and it was already a really good gun to begin with. So the Groza maximum decrease, maximum damage range increase. So the Groza is a good gun to use at a distance. Recoil looks like it got better. And the Groza is still a decent gun. But it got a buff. I mean a nerf. But it's good only with the damage range. But it's still got a nerf. But whatever. The Krieg. Let's talk about the Krieg, you guys. Yeah, I'm not using the C58 anymore. But see, that's the thing about the C58. It's talking about the multipliers, but the damage increase, the damage range increase. So now it's going to be even better at a range. So I'm interested to see how that's going to work. Let's go back down. I digress. Uh, Growl is a good gun. Gores is a good gun. The Krieg 6 got a buff. I'm making a Krieg loadout. I'm making a better C58 loadout since the recoil was increased, but the damage was also increased with the C58. Krieg 6 minimum damage increase 25 to 26. The M13 minimum damage increase 19 to 20. That's for all of my people out there who said that the M13 was not a good gun. It has always been a good gun. I use the M13. It stays in my loadouts. Like, I love this gun, especially for Battle Royale. The M13 or multiplayer. It's a really, really, really good gun. And once again, it got a buff. So my top ARs right now after this update so far are going to be the Growl, the Krieg, and the M13. Um, yep, I'm looking at the others, and the QBZ 83 got a buff. You know, that common gun that we picked up as standard, nobody liked. Well, it got a buff. Its damage increased from 22 to 24, so it moved up 2 points, so that's pretty good. And it was a decent gun. The RAM got a nerf. The XM4 was nerf. I knew I was using the M4 yesterday and last night, and it sucked. I got shot in the face and I was making all of my shots. So the machine gun, the M60, got a buff. The MG34 got nerfed. The MG82, the ADS speed decreased slightly. It's not a good gun anymore. The light machine gun damage increase, alpha, light machine gun alpha, that got a buff. The SA87 got nerfed. I never used it. The Swiss K31, I don't use it, but they say it's good, so tell me what you think about that one. The submachine guns, the AK-74U was nerfed at maximum damage and minimum damage increased 1 point. I only pick it up if there's nothing else left. I got diamond SMGs and I don't know about the AK-74U. I'm still have mixed feelings about it. Let's read. The headshot multiplier decreased, the upper torso multiplier increased, the bullet velocity increased by 5%. So it shoots faster. Maximum damage is down 1, minimum damage is up 1. So it sounds like it was balanced. I don't know. Submachine gun alpha, minimum damage increase, it got a buff. The bullfrog. Let's talk about the bullfrog. The maximum damage decreased. It got a nerf. The bullfrog got a nerf for July 14. But it may still be a good gun. They're comparing the OTS-9 to the bullfrog, so it still may be a really good gun. LC-10 got a nerf. A big nerf. Maximum damage decreased from 30 to 27. Minimum damage decreased from 25 to 24. It moved down a whole 3 points. I'm not using the LC-10. The MAC-10 got nerfed. The Milano got nerfed. But these still could be good guns. You have to use them and you have to see what works. The nail gun was nerfed by 4 points. The submachine gun Echo was nerfed and buffed by, I don't know, balance. The PPSH got a big nerf. The ISO was nerfed. Submachine Gun Delta was buffed. The Fennec was nerfed. Tactical Rifle Charlie, Core. These are all multipliers. And that's really it for this call notes for the weapons. That's where I normally go. My takeaway from this is that the OTS-9 is the most powerful SMG currently for this update. It sounds like the Bullfrog got a little bit of a nerf, but people are still saying it's a good gun to use. The LC-10 got a major nerf, and the AK-74U, I would try those for SMGs. As far as ARs, the C58 sounds like it's still a good gun. The Krig got a major buff, and the Growl would probably be the number one AR for this update. I'll continue to do patch notes walkthroughs for everyone who doesn't read their patch notes. All right, so I'll start another stream, another video on Warzone Rebirth Island. Now we're going to actually try these guns out and see how well they do. That's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day.